All right, good to go.
All right, we'll start with Michael Grady with Yes Network.
Hey, Joe, given the way Toronto plays, what did you guys, figure out over the course of the game to find success with their kind of scrappy style of playing D?
They're a very tough physical team defensively, scramble around a lot, load up, make guys take a lot of contested shots. And I think for us tonight, it was just, a matter of, extra pass, guys getting into the paint, just being a little bit more aggressive, trying to be more aggressive and assertive than they were defensively. And it seemed like there was a lot of back and forth there for a majority of the game, but we were able to kind of wear them down a little bit by the end of the game.
You say next man up, but you guys have taken it to an entirely, different level this season. What are ways that just stand out to you that really, exemplify how everybody's bought in to the team aspect and you guys have continued to have success?
I think every night that you watch us play, it could be, Tyler Johnson, Landry, tonight Mike James played huge for us. This is literally his second game, playing with us. But it's just, sort of one of those things that everybody comes in. I think Steve, the coaching staff, they just instill a level of confidence. Your teammates instill a level of confidence in you just to go out, play your game, be aggressive. And, I think, there's just a level of respect amongst each other individually in the locker room where, you can play free and you can play with confidence.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, what's going on, what's going on, Joe? I got two for you. First, you're one of very few players, I think it's just you and Spencer, that are left on the roster from years ago in terms of original Nets that have been around through this whole transitional period in a sense. Would you say that the biggest difference between then and now is just the names on the back of the jersey and the different stars that are in town? Or is there a difference in maybe the day-to-day approach to the team to win into basketball that wasn't there a couple years ago?
We've had a lot of turnover, I guess, since I've been here. I've had a lot of teammates, coaches, it's just the nature of the NBA. But, culturally, a lot of the personalities have really stayed consistent throughout the years where it is high character guys. It's guys that are going to compete. They're going to encourage one another. It's sort of like, a selfless attitude amongst the organization. And, people genuinely care about one another. And, that's definitely stayed consistent over the years, regardless of the guys that are playing.
Got it. And second, just in terms of cohesion and connectivity, those are two words that Steve likes to use a lot when talking to us about ways that he wanted to see you guys improve over the entire season. Like, yes, guys might be in and out of the rotation, but can you guys show that connectivity? Where would you say, or how would you measure the connectivity now versus where you guys were at the beginning of the season?
I would just probably mostly look on the defensive end. We're obviously still making improvements on that side of the ball, but, just the ability to sacrifice for one another, and realizing that it's not, in the NBA, if you leave guys on an island and you let people just go one-on-one the entire time, it's really hard for anybody to guard who you're going against. So, when it's sort of a collective effort of five guys, pay attention to the ball, sacrificing for one another, communicating, doing the selfless things that make great defensive teams. That's, I guess, in terms of connectivity, probably in just the biggest improvement area that I've seen since the beginning of the year.
Tom Dowd, BrooklynNets.com.
Hey, Joe, clinching a playoff spot tonight, which was, kind of a foregone conclusion for a while, but just 10 games left in the regular season. Is that sense of the playoffs being right around the corner starting to creep into the locker room a little bit? And did you guys have much of a reaction to clinching tonight?
I think James mentioned it at the end of the game, but it's definitely one of those things where, we're really just focused. You're trying to win every game. You're not looking too far ahead to the playoffs, but you just want to be playing, your best basketball going into the playoffs. But, we're trying to win every game from here on out, regardless of who's playing, who we're playing against. And, we do know the importance of playing good basketball at the right time. So, every game is important. You're not looking too far ahead to the playoffs.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Joe, what do you think of Mike James' performance? He had some pretty key baskets for you guys during that run, and I guess you've had him roughly a week. Just where do you think he's helped you guys the most in a short time here?
I think Mike's been great, just coming in, playing his game. You know, he's just a good point guard. You know, being able to get into the paint, create for guys. You know, he does an excellent job. You know, driving and you know, finding open guys, but he can also go and get his own shot too. And for him to be in his, you know, only be with us for a week, and you know, we're running plays for him sort of at the end of the game, you know, says a lot. You know, I think kind of what I mentioned to Grady earlier, just the coaching staff and the rest of the guys on the team basically instilling confidence in whoever you know, we're playing with. You know, allows guys to play with freedom and come out and play their game.
Greg Logan, Newsday.
Joe, that 22-6 run in the fourth quarter started with KD and Kyrie on the bench. You hit a couple early threes, but what do you think was the key to that stretch where you got to gain the lead?
I think a lot of it was just what we were able to do defensively, you know, limiting their second chance opportunities. You know, it seemed early on they were really doing a number of on us second chance wise. You know, they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds, so us limiting that, and then just being able to get out, play in transition. You know, but again, it started with the defense.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.